You don't expect me to wash your hair in the bedroom, do you? The bedroom is for other things, you know?
Like bang-a-langin'? Hello, and welcome to the demo of Broken Fate. This is a Yandere psychological thriller dating sim in which you wake up with no memories of who you are. But immediately by your side is a gorgeous man named Han who claims he's your husband. He seems really devoted to you and loving, but when strange things start to happen, can you really trust everything that he says? Let's get started. I'm sorry for everything I've done, and even for simply existing. But please, remember this, I will always be by your side. Even when the chrysanthemum petals wither and turn to dust, even when our love is nothing but the broken pieces of our promise, because no matter what happens, I will always belong to you. Oh, I'm so keen. Day 1. I've been so excited for this. I've been seeing little Snake Studio teas like the love interests and everything, and they're so gorgeous. The bell sounds. Something buzzes faintly in the back of your skull, and your body is heavy, as if you're trying to move through syrup. As the buzzing sound gradually fades, your vision clears and your instinct is to rub your temple to ease the heaviness. Bed? Where am I?
You finally awakened.
Oh my god, there's voice acting! I don't know why I didn't expect there to be voice acting, but oh, your heart almost bursts when you register a figure at the edge of the bed. There sits a young man, his long hair softly cascading down his shoulders. You instinctively jolt upright, clutching the blanket tight against your chest to observe him. His calm demeanor holds no sign of danger, and a soft smile blooms on his face when your eyes meet, accentuating his ethereal beauty. The words tumble out before you can stop them. Who are you?
I'm Han, your husband.
I don't know about that, but I also have no complaints. Hello, fine shit. He states plainly and calmly as his smile retains, as if he expected your question. My husband? Your face suddenly gets hot from that notion. Yes, we've been married for a year and have lived here in the Lotus Pavilion together ever since. New clue available. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be like looking at clues. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing his words, and your forehead wrinkles from the pain. A sharp realization flashes. You have no memory whatsoever of who you are, your past, of anything. Panic sets in. Why don't I remember anything? Who am I? Enter your name. Yinny. Your name is Yinny.
You accidentally fell down in the garden and hit your head.
Did I, or did you push me? The man says calmly, but a wisp of sadness passes over his expression. The doctor says your brain was affected, and you temporarily have trouble with remembering things and thinking clearly. But don't worry. The doctor says you'll recover soon if you're well taken care of.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I feel so relieved.
You might even recover faster than I expected. Let's try this. Do you remember who I am now? No, but you sure are pretty. Choose wisely. Inquire. You are my husband, Han.
See? You're recovering already, and
It's so nerve-wracking to have like the clues kind of like give you different outcomes. In addition to the choices, I think that's very creative. His eyes linger on you for just long enough for you to notice a small spark in his eyes.
Hearing you call me husband makes me so happy.
You're so cute when you blush, but I have a feeling you're not really my husband. You lower your gaze to the blanket, flustered, but not before stealing one more glance at his face. Is it strange to think that he's beautiful? Like a living work of art? So beautiful, in fact, that you still haven't quite grasped what it means for him to be your husband. If someone asked you to describe your ideal type, it would be him. That makes sense, doesn't it? You are married after all. And yet, despite the warmth blooming in your cheeks, you feel strangely calm in his presence.
I know it's so confusing to suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of you.
And I will take good care of you, if you know what I mean. Han reaches out to touch your hand. Let him touch your hand. For some reason, you freeze, letting his hand brush over the top of yours. The touch is cold at first, smooth, almost like porcelain, but warmth quickly blooms where your skin meets. Han looks pleased by the gesture.
I'm so grateful you trust me.
You could swear there's a glimmer of moisture in his eyes that makes your throat go dry. Nervous, you change the subject. When do you think I'll recover enough to go outside? Outside? You might have imagined it, but his eyes seemed dark for a second, as if he didn't expect your question. Yes, like outside the mansion. What do you mean? Well, isn't going outside a benchmark for one's recovery? Oh, I see. The gentle smile comes back to his face. You need more time to recover before doing that. But even when you gain full recovery, it's just... He hesitates.
Even before the accident, you didn't like going outside. You said you would rather spend all your time in our mansion.
Yes, but it's different now, and now that I'm me, I would like to go outside. I didn't like going outside? You desperately squeeze your brain. trying to dig up any memory of who you are, but find none. Disappointed, you let out a soft sigh. Seemingly noticing your grimace, Han offers a sympathetic smile. But don't worry. If you want to go outside, I will make sure you recover fast enough to do so. Even though his words are comforting, something about the idea of going outside stirs a strange curiosity. Like a switch that's been flipped in your mind. You will?
Of course I will. My priority is to make sure you're happy.
You're so cute, I'm falling. You need to stop falling, something's wrong. He's clearly suspicious. Suspiciously hot. But for now, you should get some rest. Han stands up from the bed. Where are you going? I'm going to my art studio to finish up an order from Merchant Lee. He's coming in 4 days to pick it up. Art studio? Yes, I am an artist. I accept orders from all over the country. Calligraphy, painting, and my favorite, ceramic making. You're not sure why, but you blurt out the first thing that comes to your mind. You must be very talented, without realizing that it might sound like empty flattery. You bite your lips. I'm sorry, I don't know what your art looks like, but I just mean, I have a feeling that you're good at it. But instead of a wary expression you expect on Han's face, all you can see is a light shade of rose rising over his cheeks. You think so? That makes me very happy. I'm going now. If you need anything, just call me. He looks back before stepping out of the door. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking around the house. The garden is slippery this time of the year, when it rains often, and his eyes linger on you for a second.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Why not? Why not, huh? Tell me. Okay. And softly closes the door. You sit on the bed, your mind still overwhelmed by all the information you were just fed while listening to his footsteps fade into the background. I have a husband. I lost my memory by falling. You mumble those facts quietly, as if you're still trying to register them. It's logical for you to rest and accept those facts, as Han is your husband, and he seems so caring, so perfect. But there's a voice in the deepest part of your brain, though weak, whispers out that you should be curious, that you should restore your memory. Maybe there's something in here that'll give me a clue of my past. Alright, let's do some exploring. Vase? You pick up a beautiful ceramic vase next to the bed. Intricate blue chrysanthemum designs wrap around the smooth ceramic, so elegantly that though abstract, one can still recognize the raw talent of the artist. This was probably made by Han, but now that I noticed, why do all the designs around the room have chrysanthemum motifs? Alright, I am looking up the meaning of chrysanthemum. I really like chrysanthemum tea. They generally symbolize longevity, fidelity, joy, and optimism. Red symbolizes love and deep passion. Yellow symbolizes neglected love and sorrow. And white symbolizes loyalty and honesty. Our chrysanthemum flowers commonly used for funerals. Oh, that too, I guess. Desk. Books of different sizes neatly stacked upon each other. You mumble the names of the books one by one. The Art of Flowers. Lanterns in the Mist, a poem collection. These seem to all be art and poem books. A bound notebook with a new blue cover catches your attention. The Day-to-Day of Yinny. It's my diary. You hastily flip through the pages, desperately scanning for anything special. There are not a lot of entries, just mundane day-to-day descriptions of what you did. Not much personal opinion or commentaries until your eyes fall on an entry. I told Han that my favorite flower was the chrysanthemum, and today he surprised me with a garden full of them in our backyard. Planted in secret all by himself. For that, I thank the gods for blessing me with such a loving husband. Your heart feels warm upon reading. Han truly is a great husband, isn't he? As you flip through the pages again, something falls out the back of the book. A letter to my esteemed friends and respected acquaintances. With heavy hearts, I write to inform you of the passing of my beloved parents, who departed from this world peacefully on the same day. I humbly invite you to attend the funeral rites, to be held on the first day of July, to honor their memory and pay final respects. Your presence will bring comfort to my grieving heart. With sincerity, Yinny. My parents? Are they dead? You feel a sharp ache throbbing in your chest, though you don't know them, or more accurately have no memory of them. The thought of your parents no longer being alive is almost too painful to bear. It's as if your body still remembers the grief your mind has forgotten. You sit there in a daze, lost in thoughts and feelings, until something starts to tug at the edge of your awareness. Both the letter and the notebook, though the characters are legible, share a certain unevenness, a slight lack of precision. It's subtle but unmistakable. Are they faked? Almost as if the person who wrote them, you, was left-handed. You look down at your hands, but I feel like I'm right-handed. Strange. Are they falsified because Han knew that we would look through things, so he made them to throw us off the trail? Alright, let's explore the wall. You take a closer look at the artwork lining the walls. Paintings and calligraphy scrolls of various sizes are carefully arranged, each adorned with elegant decorative touches. Most of them feature chrysanthemums as a central motif. But wait, tucked into the corner of a striking red scroll, you notice something unusual. Tiny markings that don't resemble poetry at all. These are numbers. You murmur the digits aloud, trying to piece together as you read. 90, 65, 11, 47, 29, 18, 74, 83, 18, 92, 29, 18, 47, 74, 65, 29. But these numbers make no sense to you at all. I should note these down regardless. Woohoo! Suddenly, an overwhelming pain bursts in your skull. Ow! The ground spins, and you clutch the edge of the desk to stabilize yourself. Your mind is empty from the intense pain. Footsteps rush into the room. Yinny! You fall down, but Han catches you. He gently guides you to the bed and sits you down. Han!
It's okay. I'm here.
My head and my heart hurt so much. You press the back of your hand on your temple, hoping the coolness will lessen the ache. Wait here. I'll be right back. He sure ran over fast. That was pretty cute. Han comes back with a bowl of liquid in his hand. A faint herbal scent from it floats through the air. The doctor told me to give you this medicine whenever you have a headache. It will help. Headache medicine? Yes, based on the prescription. I bought the ingredients and prepared it myself. I want to make sure you have the best care.
Now, you should take it before it's cold.
I don't want to take it. What if that's the thing that erases my memory? You hesitate, eyes fixed on the bowl. Smoke still rises steadily from it, curling into the air and clouding the space around it. Much like the way your thoughts fog your mind. Pushing the ache aside, you give into your curiosity, drawn to the clue you just uncovered. Choose wisely. You want to ask? Oh no, I'm worried now. Let's ask about the medicine. Inquire. I made this medicine just for you based on the doctor's prescription. It will help with your headache. Handwriting? No. Merchant Lee. Numbers. You. Lotus Pavilion. Parents? Oh no, I want to ask about something risky. Let's ask about my parents. Can you tell me about my parents? Your parents? A trace of uneasiness grazes Han's face. I saw a letter about their funeral.
I see. It'd be natural for one to be curious about their own parents.
Han gazes at an unseen point in the room. His lips press into a quick, almost sad smile before speaking. They both passed away from getting a contagious lung infection very soon after I moved to the Lotus Pavilion. You moved to this mansion. Does that mean it's not your family's? No. This mansion is your family's. I was merely a poor son-in-law who had nothing in his name but his artistic talent and his love for their daughter. Han brings his gaze back to you, and in them burns something fierce. Something between tenderness and desperation. You gaze downwards. Living with one's wife's parents is not a norm, and is usually looked down upon in our society. I know what you think. It might not be the most socially acceptable position for me to be in, but your parents treated me with nothing but kindness, and I viewed them as my own parents.
When they passed, us both were devastated.
But Han smiles again. The spark in his eyes persists.
That's why we were so close. We only have each other.
Hmm.
You and me. Us. Here.
I don't know. Now that you know about your parents, would you take the medicine? He picks up the bowl from the desk and stirs the liquid with the ceramic spoon. You quickly notice there are chrysanthemum motifs even on the spoon. Right. The headache.
Go on. I wouldn't want you to suffer pain.
You obediently nod. Han brings the spoon up to your lips. The warm liquid fills your mouth and runs down your throat, just like how I hope he fills my mouth with another kind of warm liquid later. Your tongue involuntarily savors the bitter taste with a hint of sweetness. And he was right. The medicine quickly replaces the throbbing in your forehead with a feeling of ease. I hope you feel better now. It's getting late. You should go to sleep. Go to sleep. You glance out the mattress, and the realization hits you. You two are husband and wife. Don't husbands and wives share the same beds? Your face flushes with heat. The bed? Oh, that. Han's face also flushes with a rosy shade, but he quickly smiles and waves his hand. Don't worry about me. You and I shared a bed, but for your comfort, the bed is yours for now. I will sleep in the studio. You will? Is that alright?
Of course. I promise to make you feel as comfortable as I can, right?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Of course. Anything for my wife. Good night now. I'll see you in the morning, alright?
Alright. After Han leaves, you spread out on the mattress, letting sleep take over you. The smell of herbal medicine still gently weaves through the room. Your peaceful sleep is disturbed by a faint creak. What's that noise? You blink awake, heart ticking a little faster. Another sound follows, a soft groan of wood. Uh-oh. The door, it's being opened. Slowly, just a crack. You stay still, listening. The darkness stretches thick inside the room, and you can't see past the doorframe, but you feel it. The prickling weight of being watched. Something is there. Just beyond the threshold. You hold your breath trying to hear more. But there's nothing. No footsteps, no whisper, just silence. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's nothing. You turn to your side and pull the blanket up to your chin. The room is cold now. Your body is tense, but you squeeze your eyes shut and try to let it all fade. You force yourself back to sleep. Even when that feeling lingers heavy and quiet in the dark. I'm worried. Your eyes gradually open from the sun rays filtering through the window. Your mind and body are slightly exhausted from a restless night.
Good morning, my darling.
Good morning, husband. Han's face above the bed startles you. How long have you been here? Han gestures his head towards the tray of food on the desk. I came in to bring you breakfast, but you were still asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy looking at you sleeping so peacefully.
Thank you. I'm sure I would also like watching you sleep. Heat rushes to your cheeks. He was watching me sleep. Now, would you eat breakfast? I made it just for you. Thank you. As you watch Han reaching for the hot steam bun, you suddenly remember what happened last night. Hey, I couldn't sleep much last night. Something strange happened. What strange thing? The door opened in the middle of the night. I think someone was watching me. I was sleeping and suddenly heard someone open the door. Han, still peeling the paper from underneath the steam bun, smiles at you nonchalantly.
Huh, don't worry about that. It was probably Anne, our servant.
We have a servant. This information feels like a shock to you, as you assumed it was just you and Han living here. Yes, Anne was a servant for your parents, and now he's living with us. But why was he here? He tends to go around and clean hallways at night. Perhaps he accidentally opened your door. I asked him so many times to be careful with the doors, yet he still didn't listen. A hint of annoyance passes Han's face, but it's quickly replaced by his returned joyfulness. I think it was you. But don't worry, I'll tell him again. No one should disturb my beautiful wife's sleep. Now eat. He hands you the steamed bun and you take a bite. There is something chalky about the texture of the bun, but you're still able to force it down. There's no need to be rude about such a thoughtful gesture from him, cooking for you and taking care of you.
Since you finished eating, would you like to go to the garden with me?
The garden? Yes. Fresh air is important for your recovery. Besides, it has always been your favorite place in the mansion. He gives you a playful wink.
Think about it as a date.
I do like going on dates. A date? Of course. No pressure though. You can decide if you want to go on a date with me or go around the mansion on your own if you wish. Ooh, there's a secret that's locked behind DLC. Alright, let's go to the garden. You peek through the window. The sun is shining. Birds chirp lazily from the garden walls. It's the kind of weather that seems to nudge you gently outside. Besides, your gaze falls on Han again. The joy in his eyes makes him almost resemble a puppy, and it would feel ashamed to turn down someone who's been so nice to you. Let's go. It's you through the hallway towards the entrance from the lobby. As you walk, your mind quietly tries to absorb your surroundings. The layout of the mansion, the way the corridors twist and connect. Though your memory isn't accessible at the moment, something about all of it feels terribly familiar. As if your body knows, even if your mind doesn't, that yes, you do live here in the Lotus Pavilion. Speaking of which, why is it called the Lotus Pavilion, Han? You turn to him, asking just as you step into the garden. Oh, this place is pretty. All I've seen around the house are chrysanthemum decorations. Oh, that. Well, before your parents passed, they used to decorate the place with lotuses. I heard your mother especially loved them, but... Han hesitates, his eyes shift towards you, studying your reaction. After they passed, I personally asked the servants to change everything. Because you like chrysanthemums. Just because of me. Isn't that a little... disrespectful to the previous owners? To your parents? He gives a small shake of his head. No, I don't think so. If your parents were alive, I'm sure they would have approved in a heartbeat because... He turns to you fully now, his hair catching the sunlight, strands glowing like gold. Isn't that proof that I love their daughter very, very much? That's a loaded question, isn't it? His eyes meet yours, bright and unwavering. Your throat tightens into a small knot. You're not sure how to respond. Something in you recognizes the sincerity in his eyes, whether you want to or not. Do you? You stutter, the words slipping out before you can stop them. And instantly you feel a little silly for even asking. From everything you've seen so far, how gently Han speaks to you, how carefully he cares for you, it's clear that he means what he says. Noticing your clumsy question, likely a defense mechanism for your own awkwardness, Han chuckles. Of course, silly. That's why I'm so happy you agreed to go on a date with me today. I would love to spend every second of my life by your side. If only I didn't have to meet deadlines on my ceramic commissions. He lets out a light sigh and glances at the tea tray already set on the table, inviting. Steam curls into the air. Its warmth blending with the scent of fresh grass. You both sit down at the bamboo table, and Han reaches for the teapot. With practiced grace, he tilts it towards your cup with one hand. while the other gently holds his sleeve back to keep it from getting in the way. I'm gonna be honest, Han, how come I haven't seen anybody except for you? I have seen none of the servants that we supposedly have, like, tending to me. You quietly watch him, momentarily dazed by how skillfully he moves. Like the tea itself is just another expression of his artistry, no different from the ceramics scattered beautifully throughout the house. The serene scene calms you, but before long, curiosity crashes into your thoughts like waves against a still shore. Would you tell me more about yourself? I want to get to know you. Me? There's nothing interesting about me, really. He says it casually, still focused on pouring the tea, not meeting your eyes. That's not true. You're clearly a talented artist. You must have interesting stories. I'm so happy you think so. That you think I'm a good artist. His eyes curve into thin crescents, and his smile stretches from ear to ear. Yet, you can still detect a faint trace of unease on his face, though he quickly smooths that out. What do you want to know? How did we meet? Your question seems to catch him off guard. His eyes widen for just a second before his usual smile returns. Yeah, Han, how did we meet? Tell me. Well, let's see. He pauses as if dusting off an old memory. There was a time in my youth when I went through a rough patch. I didn't want to do anything but drink and lock myself away making art. One day, while wandering the streets completely drunk, I stumbled into the path of a carriage, got hit hard and passed out right then and there. His gaze shifts towards you, soft but intense. When I opened my eyes, there she was. A young maiden leaning over me, calling me, trying to wake me. She had the most beautiful face I've ever seen and the most angelic voice. I thought I'd died and met a goddess. And when she saw me waking up, she smiled. That moment changed everything. I promised myself that no matter the cost, no matter what it took, I would make her my wife. You feel your breath catch. And the maiden was... That was you, darling. You can't remember it. Not a flash of it surfaces in your mind. That's because it's a lie. But the way he says it, tender and reverent, and something fluttering in your chest. As if your body remembers what your mind has forgotten. Han takes a calm sip of tea and lets out a quiet sigh.
Sorry if that felt heavy. I don't really like talking about the past. Unless it's a memory we share.
Oh, how convenient. It's alright. I appreciate you telling me. His story lingers in your chest like a warm ember. It makes you feel lighter somehow. Closer to him. And this is what you know about Hans so far. He's your husband. He's gentle and attentive. A talented artist. With a tragic human past that shaped him into someone sincere and kind. All of it makes you feel... more at ease in his care.
But we're not here just to talk about the past, are we? Your mind is still recovering. We should be doing things to relax it. Like this.
Unfortunately for you, I am stubborn and do not rest. So I would like to find things out right now. He crouches and plucks a small cluster of daisy flowers from the garden path.
Do you know how to make a flower hairpin?
Maybe not.
Here.
With delicate fingers, he begins weaving the petals and stems together into a pin-like shape. Wow, that's beautiful. You really are crafty. You're genuinely impressed. The way he shapes the tiny blossoms into something so graceful feels effortless and natural.
Now, your turn.
You press your lips together, focusing intently as you try to mimic the way his fingers move. But your own flower pin ends up a bit uneven, a little lopsided and clumsy. I'm so sorry, this really isn't my forte. Instead of disappointment, Han beams at you.
It's perfect. Come on, put it in my hair.
Okay, he actually is very sweet though. He gestures to his ear expectantly. No, it's so ugly. It's not worthy of your beautiful hair.
Don't say that. I'm not worthy of any gift my beloved wife makes for me. Now come on, put it on.
You hesitate, reaching out towards his soft silky hair with careful fingers, afraid to mess it up. And as soon as the crooked flower pin brushes against him, Han's eyes lift to yours. You freeze. Then he speaks, voice quiet.
Can you touch me? With your hand?
Out in public, Han? Right now? My pardon? Your hand still hovers in the air, suspended. But the look in his eyes, soft and longing, almost desperate, pins you in place. Well, sure, we'll pin him in place later.
I really miss your touch.
Alright, sure. His request, though sudden, carries a strange magnetic pull. You wonder, would it really hurt to touch him just once with your bare hand? Okay, oof. You reach for his cheek and he leans into your touch. Obediently, as if he's been waiting for this moment forever. The instant your skin meets his, a shiver courses through your body. He's so pretty though, look at him. A fluttering sensation shoots up your arm, spreading down your spine. A rush caught between warmth and cold, making your heart pound uncontrollably. I'm sure he can also pound me uncontrollably later. The golden rays of the summer sun seem to linger on his face, and for a moment, time itself feels suspended. Han speaks, his voice barely above a whisper.
Thank you. I needed this so much.
I need you so much. He leans in further, pressing his cheek into your palm, as if trying to absorb your warmth into his very being.
I wish time would stop right here. I didn't have to return to the studio.
Agreed. He gently nudges against your hand one last time, then places a soft kiss on your palm before letting go. I need to finish my work, but thank you, truly, for spending time with me today. Feel free to wander around the mansion. Just be careful. Your body is still weak. I'll bring you some medicine later. Alright, with that, Han's footsteps fade into the background. You finish your tea and decide to walk around the garden. Curious about the lotus pond, you step closer to the edge. So there are still some lotuses left in the mansion after all. The vibrant pink blooms sway gently on the water. The colors glowing under the sun, you become lost in the sight, until a sudden creak breaks the quiet. From across the pond, something stirs. Your eyes snap towards it. Something small, blue and white, moving. Is that a doll? What the hell? Is that a doll? It scurries, jerky, almost unnatural, ducking behind the thick reeds before you can get a better look. Oh, it's actually moving. I thought it was like floating in the pond. You instinctively move around the pond trying to follow, heart racing. Wait! But by the time you reach the other side, it's gone. Nothing remains except the rustling of bushes where it vanished. You push aside the leaves, searching, but there's no trace. As if it were never there. Panting, you look down at your hand. There's a smudge in your palm, dark, damp. Almost like mud? No, it's not just mud. It's thicker, grainy, clay. I must have touched the ground at some point. Am I made of clay? Did I die? And Hans sculpted me back to life and did some magic on me, and now I'm a living clay doll. Should you go to wash it off? Or continue to walk around? I'm scared. Let's go to the bathroom and wash it off. How unruly. I'm bothered by getting dirt all over me. You notice buckets of clean water readily prepared in the corner of the bathroom. Han must have prepared this for me. After filling the tub, you take off your clothes and submerge yourself in the water. The coolness envelops you, easing the summer heat and the tension in your shoulders. You relax. In the corner of your eye, you notice a shovel hanging on the wall. In the bathroom? Strange. Why is there a shovel here? You shrug. Who knows, it would be too much to have things super organized all the time. You start scrubbing the clay on your skin with a loofah made from a dried squash. But no matter what you do, the clay does not disappear. What the hell? You scrub harder, panicking. Get off me! You're determined to scrub even harder, until the loofah scratches you and then scrapes you. Blood starts to flow from the cut on your skin. And yet you don't feel pain at all. You feel your head heat up, panic rising in your throat. Crimson red liquid begins to seep into the water. But for some reason, that only makes you panic and scrub even harder. You need to get the dirt off your skin, and quicker than you know, the tub is filled with red. You jolt awake, gasping for air. The water around you is still clear. Oh, it was just a dream. I have a feeling I might be made of clay. It seems like you were daydreaming. You blink rapidly, heart pounding. The clay on your skin, gone. No blood, no dirt. Just your bare, clean skin. Was that a nightmare? You sigh deeply, pressing a hand to your chest to steady your breath. Slowly you rise from the tub and reach for the towel. The fabric brushes softly against your skin as you dry yourself off, your fingers still trembling from the lingering panic. As you move to grab your robe, something on the wall catches your attention. Beautifully painted scrolls line the tiled wall. Their silk fabric, smooth and rich with color. Detailed scenes of mountains, gardens in bloom, birds in flight, and elegant deer. You step closer, eyes drawn to the bottom corners of each scroll. There, in elegant calligraphy, is a name. Your name. Again, it's my name. These paintings are beautiful. Even the calligraphy characters are neat, as if drawn by someone masterful. Were these made by me? After putting on your clothes, you lethargically walk back to your room. Thoughts about what you saw boggling your mind. If those paintings you saw were truly yours, you must have been a wonderful painter. And though that notion is something that deserves to be celebrated, you hate yourself for not remembering anything about your past, about the person that you were. But that's okay. We are a victim of circumstances and maybe Han? One of those memories will never come back. Would you forever lose the version of yourself from before the accident? As you enter the bedroom, a familiar figure has been waiting for you. What are you doing here? I'm here to bring you the medicine. Han raises up the bowl of medicine in his hand. You cast a slow gaze towards a window where the sun rays have waned into a glowing red sunset. I guess it's time already. Han slowly approaches you. How was your day? Did you have fun exploring? Fun? Sure. Your mind drifts to the events earlier today. It was a strange day at least, and you become even more confused. What's wrong? What's wrong? Well, it's just... You really want to ask Han? What do you want to ask him about? Ask carefully. What about the servant? I haven't seen any servants around. I want to ask about the doll too, but let's go with the servants first. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe you need to rest more. What about the numbers? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, alright, the doll. Tell me about it. You? Was I an artist, Han? I guess we want to talk about ourselves. He blurred out, determined to learn about your past. A hint of uneasiness passes Han's face. Why do you ask? The paintings on the wall, they're so beautiful. If I were the one who made them, I'd love to know that. I see. Yes, of course. You were a talented painter. Why'd you say were instead of are? Han smiles. I adored your art so much. You expected a longer answer from him, but that seems to be the end of his comment. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I thought I shouldn't overwhelm you with too much information, and let your memory naturally recover to not cause you a headache. It's all very convenient, isn't it, Han? Gilbert? Goodbye, Gilbert. Well, I thought I shouldn't overwhelm you with too much information, and let your memory naturally recover to not cause you a headache. Right. Speaking of which, it's time to take your medicine. He brings a ceramic bowl up and blows on the steam coming out of it. Your headache will get worse if you don't drink it before it cools. You glue your gaze to the medicine bowl. I don't trust the medicine. Though your mind is still bothered by Han's vague answers and still has many more questions, you want to believe that he's right. Dwelling too much into the past caused nothing but stress and anxiety. You nod, accept his bowl and drink it. The bitter liquid runs down your throat. The scent of herbs gradually absorbed by your senses. A flowy, comfortable feeling spreads through your body, easing the tension you just had in your forehead. Han gently takes the bowl from you. You did a good job, darling. He smiles. Now, why don't you get some rest? We can spend more time together tomorrow. I have some work I need to take care of tonight. The moment Han leaves the room, you flop onto the mattress, letting the coolness of the blanket devour your whole body. Your mind runs wild with several questions and suspicions. Memories that don't align. Paintings that feel both yours and not yours, and the ever-present bitterness of the medicine. Thoughts churn restlessly until they tangle and blur, tugging at you with quiet whispers. Your mind, still tangled in doubt, finally exhausts itself and slips into a nice, mellow sleep. Something's gonna happen at night, isn't it? Something's gonna absolutely murk me in the butt. Yeah, here we go. In the stillness of the night, a faint sound stirs you from sleep. If I see a heebie-jeebie at the door, I shit myself. Your eyes blink open, adjusting to the darkness. Don't you dare! Creak. The door to your room groans as it slowly begins to open. Who's there? From where you lay, you can just make out a sliver of movement. It's a doll! A small shadow cast across the wooden floor, stretching closer. Your breath catches. It's a ceramic doll. The same one that you saw in the garden. You start to push yourself up, heart thudding. But the moment your eyes meet its hollow gaze, it begins to tremble. Oh no! With a violent shudder, the doll splinters apart, exploding into hundreds of jagged clay fragments that scatter across the floor like broken teeth. You freeze, chest tight and pulse racing. What should you do? Call for Han's help, go inside. I'm not calling for Han's help. He's gonna take the doll away, go inspect. You throw the blanket off and step out of the bed, your legs shaky beneath you. Each step towards the shadowed doll feels heavy, like you're wading through a dream. But when you reach it, you freeze. There's nothing. No doll. No broken pieces scattered across the floor. You blink in confusion, your hand reaching out to touch the smooth wood of the floor, half expecting it to crumble beneath your fingers. There's no trace that anything was here. This is the end of this demo. Please kindly and patiently await our next update. No! Well, I'm gonna try and get the other endings. Let's go back here and call for Han's help. Your voice trembles as you cry out, "Help!" The room remains still for a breathless moment, then urgent footsteps approach. What's wrong? What happened? You point a shaking finger towards the doorway. The door! There was someone. I saw the doll. Han's gaze sweeps across the floor. Then slowly he steps closer, crouching to examine where you point to. There's nothing there. His voice is calm. What? There are broken pieces all over. Wait, you look, but all the broken pieces are gone. The floor is spotless and untouched, its dark wood glowing under the soft light of the lantern outside. I swear I just saw it. Are you sure it wasn't a dream? No, I was awake. I saw it. The doll from the garden. It was standing there. Han rises, walking to your side. You must be under a lot of stress. The medicine might not be strong enough to keep the headaches and the visions away. I'm not hallucinating. Let's not jump to conclusions tonight. You've had a long day. I'll have this door fixed tomorrow. But please, get some sleep. His voice is low now, but firm. He returns to the door. Still catching your breath, you murmur softly. I'm scared. Han, I'm scared. Will you stay with me tonight? Han turns back. Stay with you. You didn't realize how your question might have sounded to Han. until you notice his eyes widening and his cheeks slightly blushing. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Your cheeks also turn red from embarrassment. I'm just scared. For the last 2 nights, I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I don't feel safe. It's okay if you sleep on the bed and I sleep on a mattress on the floor, right? You stammer. Your throat feels dry and your mind silently curses itself even from having said such a thing. But Han seems to be amused by your embarrassment, and he smiles softly.
It's alright. You don't have to explain yourself, darling.
Okay, well, get in here then. He takes a quick glance at the door before looking back at you. I have a lot of work at the studio, but how can I turn down staying with my wife? He chuckles.
And what kind of husband would I be if I let my wife sleep on the floor?
Han locks your eyes with an intense gaze. Under the flickering light of the lantern, it's too much to bear.
Of course, I'll do anything to make you feel comfortable. So what do you say about our sleeping arrangement?
Can you stay close to me? No! Requires full expansion pack DLC. Okay, well, in the future, you can sleep on the bed. No! Oh, is that the end? What about the other choice? Can you sleep on the floor? Okay, so both of them are the same. I want to try and figure out the other endings. Holy crap, this is gonna be in the full game. There's so many endings. There's 16 in total. And a lot of CGs, it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna try some of these other routes, so let's start this again.
You finally awakened.
Okay, so back to the beginning choice. This time, I'm gonna choose... Where am I?
This is the Lotus Pavilion, our home. We've lived here together for the last year since we got married.
Married? You're my husband. Your face suddenly gets hot from that notion. Yes, I'm Han, your husband. He states plainly and calmly as his smile retains, as if he expected your question. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing his words, and your forehead wrinkles from the pain. A sharp realization flashes. You have no memory whatsoever of who you are in your past. Of anything. Okay, enter my name. Your name is Yandere.
You accidentally fell down in the garden and hit your head.
The man says calmly, but a whisper of sadness passes over his expression.
I know it's so confusing to suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of you.
Last time, we let him touch your hand. This time we're taking it away. Startled, you pull your hand back. Is it too soon to be this close to him? You expected Han to get upset by your gesture, but his kind smile remains.
I'm sorry for doing that. I forgot that you might not feel comfortable yet. I promise. I won't make you do anything that you're not comfortable with or consent to. Though it saddens me that I can't be close to you for quite a while.
I don't want to make him sad, even though he's suspicious. I feel kind of bad. Nervous you change the subject. When do you think I'll recover enough to go outside? Outside? You might have imagined it, but his eyes seemed dark for a second, as if he didn't expect your question. Yes, like outside of the mansion. What do you mean? Well, isn't going outside a benchmark for one's recovery? Oh, I see. The gentle smile comes back to his face. You need more time to recover before doing that. But even when you gain full recovery, it's just... He hesitates.
Even before the accident, you didn't like going outside. You said you would rather spend all your time in our mansion.
I didn't like going outside? You desperately squeeze your brain trying to dig up any memory of who you are, but find none. Disappointed, you let out a soft sigh. Seemingly noticing your grimace, Han offers a sympathetic smile. But don't worry, if you want to go outside, I will make sure you recover fast enough to do so. Even though his words are comforting, something about the idea of going outside stirs a strange curiosity. Like a switch that has been flipped in your mind. You will?
Of course I will. My priority is to make sure you're happy.
But for now, you should get some rest. Han stands up from the bed. Where are you going? I'm going to my art studio to finish up an order from Merchant Lee. He's coming in 4 days to pick it up. Art studio? Yes, I'm an artist. I accept orders from all over the country. Calligraphy, painting, and my favorite, ceramic making. You're not sure why you blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. You must be very talented. Without realizing that it might sound like empty flattery. You bite your lips. I'm sorry. I don't know what your art looks like, but I just mean... I have a feeling that you're good at it. But instead of a wary-eyed expression you expect on Han's face, all you can see is a light shade of rose dusting over his cheeks. You think so? That makes me very happy. I'm going now. If you need anything, just call me. He looks back before stepping out of the door. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking around the house. The garden is slippery this time of the year when it rains often. His eyes linger on you for a second.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Okay. Han softly closes the door. You sit on the bed, your mind overwhelmed by all the information you just fed, while listening to his footsteps fade into the background. I have a husband. I lost my memory by falling. You mumble those facts quietly as if you're still trying to register them. It's logical for you to rest and accept those facts. As Han is your husband, he seems so caring, so perfect. But there's a voice in the deepest part of your brain, though weak, whispers out that you should be curious, that you should restore your memory. Maybe there's something in here that'll give me a clue of my past. Alright, I'm gonna skip through this bit because we've already seen it. And after the investigation, we're back here where Han catches us because we fall after examining the last clue.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm here.
My head and my heart hurt so much. You press the back of your hand on your temple, hoping the coolness will lessen the ache. Wait here. I'll be right back. Han comes back with a bowl of liquid in his hand. From it, a faint herbal scent from it floats through the air. The doctor told me to give you this medicine whenever you have a headache. It'll help. Headache medicine.
No, you should take it before it's cold.
You hesitate, eyes fixed on the bowl. Smoke still rises steadily from it, curling into the air and clouding the space around it. Much like the way your thoughts fog your mind. Pushing the ache aside, you give into your curiosity, drawn to the clue you just uncovered. Okay, last time I asked about our parents. This time I want to try some other stuff. Inquire about Lotus Pavilion. I'm not sure what you're talking about, maybe you need to rest more. Inquire about Han? Okay, there's nothing here. Inquire about you. Who am I? You blurt out, your fist clenching. Your heart beating fast from the overwhelming desire to get to the bottom of this big mystery. What do you mean? You're not sure if it was your stern tone or your tense body gesture that startled Han. But it's clear that a faint uneasiness crosses his beautiful face. I want to know everything about me. Who am I? What do I like? What do I do for work?
No, darling.
Han moves towards you, hand extending the medicine bowl. His usual smile has come back to his lips.
Be easy on yourself. You're having a headache. Please take this medicine first.
You glance at the bowl again. Its herbal smoke twists and disperses into the stiff air. The scent is sweet. Almost as sweet as the tone of Han's voice. The type of sweetness that can distract anyone, but you're determined to get your answers. I won't drink it unless you answer me. You cross your arms and maintain direct eye contact with him. Han studies you intensely. His eyebrows furrow for a split second before smoothing back with a soft chuckle. I forgot how stubborn you can be sometimes. He puts the medicine bowl down on the nightstand. Of course, anything you'd like to know, but one question only. I wouldn't want you to overwhelm yourself. What did I do for a living? Because we already asked how did we meet. And I'll check out the parents one later. A small crease forms between Han's brows where the question leaves your lips. And you can clearly sense that he's trying really hard to force a smile to hide it. You are my wife. So I didn't do anything for a living. Well, you did like making art. He states simply and plainly. You expect a follow-up comment from him, but a few seconds pass by, and his lips remain still, except for a somewhat strange smile on his lips. So what did I make? Paintings? Yes. Calligraphy? Yes. Ceramics? Yes. His short answers both annoy you and make you anxious at the same time. Yeah, tell me before I shake you by the lapels. Why is he being so strange about it? What about... That's too many questions already. He charmingly grins. You know what? You drop silent for a brief moment. All this new information is indeed a lot for you to register. It feels like your mind is disappointed at yourself for not being able to recall any of this. I understand you have so many questions, but you also have a lot of time left to recover and ask me questions later. We don't need to rush it. He fetches the medicine bowl and brings it towards you. The headache registers again. You were just so caught up with your curiosity about yourself that you forgot about it for a moment. I do need to get rid of this headache fast. You softly nod. Han brings a spoon up to your lips. The warm liquid fills your mouth and runs down your throat. Your tongue involuntarily savors a bitter taste with a hint of sweetness. And he was right. The medicine quickly replaces the throbbing in your forehead with a feeling of ease. I hope you feel better now. It's getting late, you should get some sleep. Holding the empty bowl, he stands up, ready to leave. Wait, you call out to him. Is it okay if I leave my room at night?
Leave your room.
Yes? Something about your question makes him uneasy. His brows slightly furrowed. Well, I might have to go to the restroom, or maybe just need some fresh air.
Huh. Of course. This is your home too, darling. Although...
He looks you with a gaze. His lips are still smiling, but his eyes store something inexplicably stern and sharp.
No matter where you go, do not go into my studio.
What if I do? There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces on the floor. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself, as if giving you a warning. Can you promise me that, Yandere? Oh, I can't think anything but I promise. God damn it. What if I want to fib? I promise. Thank you. Get some rest, darling. It's getting late. Oh, back to here. Your peaceful sleep is disturbed by a faint creak. What's that noise? You blink awake, heart ticking a little faster. Another sound follows. A soft groan of wood. The door. It's being opened. Slowly, just a crack. You stay still, listening. The darkness stretches thick across the room, and you can't see past the doorframe, but you feel it. that prickling weight of being watched. Something is there, just beyond the threshold. Curiosity burns, you quickly get up and open the door to inspect. That's different. No one. Just a faint glowing red light from the lanterns, but what are these? On the floor there seem to be footprints. They form a long trail walking away from the room. Whose are these? Are these Han's footprints? I need to follow them. Yep, that's totally a great idea. Let's go in the living room first, we haven't been there. You follow the mysterious muddy footprints. Walking carefully with a small lantern in your hand, you can only see one step ahead. Such a big mansion. Ooh, this background's really pretty. You take in the surroundings. Though visually unfamiliar, it feels like your body still remembers the place, as though you've lived here for a long time. It's a strange feeling that you can't quite explain. Looking around the room, your eyes are drawn to a shelf in the corner. Ceramic vases and books, all arranged with an eye for decoration and taste. A stack of letters neatly laid on the shelf. These are all exchanges between my parents and their customers. As Han said, their merchant business seems to be doing great. But then a letter stands out. To my dear brother. Apologies for taking so long to write back to you. The business has been doing really well, but something really bothers us. You know how troubled we have always been with our daughter Yinny. Her shortcomings were always obvious and a shame to our family, but this time it's worse. Whoa, what the heck? Hey! Is this letter from my parents? She is at that age that one would consider her left over. Yet she refused to go meet the prospects we've arranged for her because of this strange reason. Well, we're so ashamed to even write the reason down in this letter. Perhaps next time we can tell you when you visit us. See you soon, dear brother. They were ashamed of me. Countless questions swell in your mind. Your palms sweat and almost ache spreads in your chest. What did I do that made them feel such shame? While battling with these painful feelings in you, your eyes land on a door connecting with the living area. A small scripture sign on the top of the door frame. Studio. This is Han's studio. Your feet compel you to step closer to the door. You bring your finger to touch the smooth wooden door frame. A chilling sensation creeps up your spine. You should go in, Yinny. Go inside. A chilling sensation creeps up your spine. Han said I cannot go into a studio. You recall Han's strict warning when he talked about it. Clearly, going in would make him mad. What should you do? Go in because it would be exciting? Oh, that's the only choice anyway. Though knowing that it's wrong to go into the studio, according to Han, you know for a fact that you do want to go into the studio. Yay! Carefully sliding the door open, you step inside. The lantern is just enough for you to vaguely recognize objects in the room. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I thought this would be like filled with like statues of me or something. A desk sits hunched in the corner. Its legs uneven like it's bowing towards something unseen. Bookshelves lean dangerously, scrolls spilling out like entrails. Some papers flutter without breeze. Hey, hang on a second, this is like my house and my parents' house? How come he's allowed to just sequester off a room and forbid me from entering it? Faint ink stains mark the wooden floor, smudged like dragged fingers. Han mentioned broken ceramic pieces on the floor, but I see none. You lower the lantern a little. The flame dances nervously. Then you notice the stairs. A narrow splintered staircase in the corner that wasn't visible when you first looked. Where's this lead to, I wonder? You carefully take one step onto the first and then a gust of wind shrieks through the room, snuffing out your lantern. Oh great! Blackness presses in from all sides. You don't move. You don't breathe. Your heart punches your ribs. Then, measured, slow, wood creaking beneath every step. Coming closer. Someone is coming. I'm in so much trouble. The door behind you groans open with the slowness of something ancient, resisting. Uh-oh. Hi.
What did you see in here?
Nothing. I didn't see anything.
Liar.
His voice is flat. He takes one step forward, and in an instant, please don't murk me.
I am so disappointed in you.
Hey, this is my house. You don't get to talk to me like this. What the fuck? No trace of the warmth and loving tone he showed you before. The room plunges into darkness yet again. You try to turn, but your limbs move like they belong to someone else. Fingers climb around your throat like iron, unyielding and cold. You try to inhale, but there's nothing, just a sharp burn of air denied. Panic surges. Your hands claw instinctively, useless against the force tightening around your neck. Everything narrows. Noise gradually fades, and just before all the sound drowns out, a whisper grazes your ears.
Darling, I hope the next time you wake up, you won't do this again.
Oh, are we looping? And in the last flickering moments of your mind, a vision. The petals of a chrysanthemum. Wilted, red at the center, and falling, falling, falling. He loved you most when you were silent, still, and hollow. Game over. I genuinely think I am some sort of like clay doll. Okay, I'm on the hunt for the remaining endings. So in total, I've been told that there are 2 normal continuation endings. We've gotten 1 so far, and 6 bad endings, of which we have gotten 1. Last time I went to the garden, which is where we had our date. I think this time We're gonna head to the living room. Though the offer to go to the garden sounds tempting, your mind is bogged down with another curious thought. What's the inside of the Lotus Pavilion like? I'm sorry, Han. I don't feel like leaving the house today. Oh, Han gazes down at you, as if what you said hurt him. His eyelashes almost touch his cheeks, making you instantly regret your decision. But his gentle smile comes back fast. Of course, I understand. You must still feel unwell. Yes, I do. Standing up, he picks up the tray of unfinished food. Well then, I will go back to work on my ceramic piece on Merchant Lee. Oh, how is that coming along? You said to cover up the awkwardness of your denial of the date. Well, it's coming along, he states plainly. Yet you cannot place any emotions behind his words, even when you try. Okay then, I'll see you later. I'll bring you some medicine before night. Okay, thank you. Right after Han leaves, you go across the hallway to the living room, passing by a large foyer. Wow, the mansion is so big it takes a while just to get from one room to another. Alright, let's explore the foyer. Bucket. Why is there a bucket here? The water in here looks kinda muddy. Painting. You stand still, admiring the delicate scroll on the wall. Beautiful chrysanthemum painting. Your eyes notice the small scripts near the bottom. 4 equals A, 92 equals C, 36 equals D. I'm gonna note this down. Can we transcribe, the message that was on the bottom of the scroll before? I am noting this down. We'll have a check a bit later. Is this some sort of code? Let's see, vase. These vases are so beautiful, but yet again they have chrysanthemum flowers on them. While admiring the beautifully arranged, if slightly strange foyer, you jolt when your eyes narrow in on the ground. Muddy footprints stretch from where you stand, exiting the room. A stark contrast even against the dark wooden floor. You crouch and swipe your finger across one of the footprints. This isn't dirt. Does it feel more like clay? Clues. So far we have 7, but... okay. Strange letters that look like a decoder. 47 equals A, 92 equals C, 36 equals D. I wonder if we'll be able to decipher this just with like this. Merchant Lee. Merchant Lee is hot. Parents. You. Lotus Pavilion. Clay footsteps on the ground. Okay. Curious, you follow the trail of footprints down the hallway, along the stairs until you reach the front yard. The harsh grit of a broom scraping the ground cuts through the quiet. Oh, he's so cute! A lone figure is sweeping, focused and methodical, but he looks like he's very scared. A person! Hello! Startled, the figure jerks upright and turns. It's a young man. His eyes widen the moment he sees you, and he instinctively takes a step back. Hello? Who are you? You approach with a friendly smile, but he retreats even further, putting more distance between the two of you. The young man's breathing quickens as he takes another step forward. His grip on the broom tightens, knuckles whitening. Wait, hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. But your words only seem to make things worse. Panic flashes across his face and he suddenly bolts. Hey, wait! You chase after him, boots pounding against the stone. The confusion only deepens the longer you run. Why was he so afraid? What did he think you were gonna do? He weaves through narrow turns and around corners, but you manage to keep up. Eventually he skids to a stop near a carved pillar, realizing too late that he's boxed in. He presses himself in, eyes darting wildly for an escape that isn't there. I'm not... Look, I just want to talk. He tries to curl in on himself, shrinking back and trembling. His breath comes out in a short, sharp burst, and he makes a muffled sound. Makes a muffled, frightened noise like he's trying to speak but can't. That's when it hits you. You glance over his clothes. Simple, a bit dirt-streaked, but the fabric looks like something from the household staff. And then you remember, Han mentioned someone. The servant named An, and this must be him. And he's mute. Not deaf, just can't speak. You take a small step back, trying not to startle him again. Right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. His eyes flick to yours, unsure, but he doesn't move. I just want to ask you something. Can we ask about Han? I know you can't speak, but I'll ask yes or no questions, okay? Can you nod or shake your head to answer? Han still avoids your gaze, his entire body rigid with tension. Can I ask you a few things about my husband? At the mention of Han's names, An's entire frame stutters, his eyes go wild. He looks around frantically, breathing hard, chest heaving. His eyes dart back and forth between you and the escape route behind you with bloodshot eyes. Sweat pouring down his face, body jerking. You instinctively raise your hands to calm him. Okay, something is genuinely wrong with our husband. Please, just calm down. Uh-oh. A blinding pain erupts in your stomach. You stagger back and look down. The broken end of the boom juts from your abdomen slick with blood. You can't even scream. Why did you stab me? Oh no! A wave of nausea rises thick and overwhelming. Something wet pours from the wound, warm and sticky, soaking through your clothes. The coppery smell of blood floods your nose. Why did you stab me? You hit the floor hard. Your fingers twitch, reaching for something, anything, but there's nothing to hold on to. Your vision pulses at the edges, dimming with each heartbeat. Oh no! He runs. His footsteps fade into the distance. The corridor stretches long and empty around you, filled only with the sound of your own ragged breathing. And even that begins to fade. The final crack ran straight through your name. Game over. Final heart ending achieved. Okay, we're back here. I want to ask An about other things and see if he reacts differently. So maybe inquire if he's a servant? Do you know about... Your words die mid-sentence as a sudden wave of dizziness crashes throughout your skull. It's like being shoved from the inside. You stagger, clutching your head, vision blurring, your knees give out beneath you. Strong arms catch you just before you hit the ground.
Darling, are you okay?
Where the heck did you come from? Han, where did he come from? That's what I want to know. You blink up at him, but your gaze flickers past his shoulder, catching a glimpse of movement. An's hunched figure is already scurrying away, vanishing across the yard like a frightened animal. But An follows your eyes, his expression darkens. Did you just talk to him? Yes, I was just about to ask him a few questions. His jaw tightens. That cold, unreadable look overtakes his face.
There's nothing you need from him.
But...
Enough. I don't want you near him. He's... not right. He's been strange
mean.
lately. Besides, I can take care of everything for you. I don't like other men doing anything for you. Not even speaking to you.
Hey, whoa, hang on a second, that's a little bit weird. I don't feel comfortable with this. Han shifts tone almost too smoothly, his hand brushing the hair from your cheek. Actually, I came to bring you your medicine. He lets go of you gently and retrieves a small porcelain bowl. The dark herbal liquid swirls slowly inside. Here, take this before your fever gets worse. But your body aches. Your head is pounding. Your throat burns raw with every breath. The pit in your stomach grows heavier, not just from stillness, but something deeper. A creeping dread. No, I won't take it. Han pauses. What? You're making me uncomfortable. The way you said I can't be near An, it felt wrong. I was just trying to talk.
Listen to me. Please, take your medicine.
Why? Are you afraid my memories will come back if I don't take it? I said no. I don't trust you. With what little strength you have, you swing your arm out and knock the bowl from his hand. It crashes to the ground with a sharp crack. The medicine splashes out in a dark puddle across the stone. He flinches, frozen in place, staring at the shattered porcelain. Then, what is going on? A sharp, blinding pain erupts in your throat, as if it is all swollen shut at once. You gasp, but no air comes out. Your eyes widen in panic as you claw weakly at your neck. The world blurs, and your knees buckle beneath you. Wait, you collapse. Oh, I made my husband cry. Han catches you before you hit the stone, but your limbs are already limp. Your head lolls against his chest, eyes staring blankly past him.
No.
He lowers you to the ground, his hands trembling as he cradles your face. Your lips move slightly, trying to form words, but your throat is completely closed. All that comes out is a faint, wet rasp. Your vision is fading now, fast. Dark at the edges. Yinny?
No. Don't. Please don't do this to me.
His voice breaks into a sob. He presses his forehead against yours, shaking.
You were supposed to be safe here. You were supposed to let me protect you.
He pulls you into his arms, rocking you back and forth on the cold stone floor. His tears falling fast and silent onto your lifeless body. A random spilled medicine spreads in a quiet dark stain. Well, your soul fired in his obsession, too brittle to survive. Game over. Oh, that's another one. We're back here. I tried to check all the other options for Han, if you ask him all the different things, but nothing new occurred to me. So we're gonna move back here and explore the living room this time. Left shelf. Ceramic pieces and stacks of books sit neatly on the wooden shelf. Everything looks organized, almost obsessively so. But one book catches your eye. It's just slightly off in comparison to the others. Curious, you reach for it. When you open it, you find pages that have been hollowed out. Wait, what the? It's a secret compartment. Inside, a small stack of odd letters, each sealed with the same name. Master of the Lotus Pavilion. My parents. You thumb through them. Most seem ordinary. Casual notes sent to friends and distant relatives. Mundane updates about daily life, but one stands out. The paper is older than the rest. Yellowed and dry at the edges, the ink faded to a rusty brown. To her dear brother, I'm writing to you with some news. Today my wife gave birth to a girl. How disappointing, we both thought to ourselves. We're expecting a boy. Hey! A girl is little more than a burden on this family, which is already desperate for an heir. We'll be grieving our shame for a while. Don't expect us at the next family gathering. Is this when they gave birth to me? Table. The desk is arranged with elegant care. White porcelain cups and a matching teapot, each piece delicate and refined. Judging by the craftsmanship, these must be Han's work. You settle onto the cushioned chair, running your fingers along the smooth surface on one of the cups, admiring its beauty. But then, something nudges at your curiosity. You turn the cup in your hand and glance at the bottom. There's something imprinted on the bottom of it. Etched faintly into the porcelain is a mark, not part of the design. The pattern reads, "We're finding different parts of the code, yay!" Okay, this is good. This is good. Let me keep noting this down. Okay, so now we have a couple more letters. Is this some sort of code? Alright, right shelf. Stacks of letters and paper sit neatly on the shelf. This seems to all be documents and recipes for purchases to and from the mansion, just like Han said about selling art to merchants all over the country. A letter caught your attention. Dear Yinny, I hope this letter finds you well and that business has been treating you kindly. As you know, the spring auctions have brought in quite a selection. Some pieces even I hadn't expected. My contacts in the capital tell me that several rare scrolls may soon surface, which could be of interest to you. Certain collectors are becoming more generous with their offers lately, if you catch my meaning. One particular painting, a landscape in ink and gold, has changed hands twice in the past month. Maybe it's time we had another private viewing. I still remember the last one fondly. In any case, I'll be passing through your town before the next market tide. Naturally, I'd love to talk more. Perhaps over wine and roasted duck. Great things are happening, old friend, and I wouldn't want you to miss them. Forgive my sudden excitement, but I have a feeling something rare is coming soon. Of course, discretion is always appreciated in these matters. Remember, the right piece at the right time can change everything. You understand these things better than most. Once I arrive, I'll bring a few samples you may enjoy examining. Until then, keep your eyes open and your doors unlocked. Lee, something about it keeps tugging at your mind. The tone, the phrasing. It's strange, almost too pointed. Then it clicks. Your eyes dart to the start of each line. Oh, I am coming for you. Oh, that really does bring comfort to the heart and makes me feel really good. I'm not scared at all. The first letters form a sentence. I am coming for you. Merchant Lee is coming for me. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, why is Merchant Lee coming for us? Also, from here, Merchant Lee looks hot AF. Look at him. Look how pretty he is. He's gorgeous. You stand up and walk towards the foyer. While admiring the beautifully arranged if slightly strange foyer, you jolt when your eyes narrow in on the ground. Muddy footprints stretch from where you stand exiting the room. A stark contrast even against the dark wooden floor. You crouch and swipe your finger across one of the footprints. This isn't dirt. It feels more like clay? Curious, you follow the trail of footprints down to the hallway to the entrance of a room. This must be the library. You reach out to push the door open, but pain lances through your head like lightning. Before your hand touches the door handle, the dizziness unbalances you, your knees giving out beneath you. Strong arms catch you just before you hit the ground.
Darling, are you okay?
Where'd you come from? Han, where did you come from? Yeah, you're just like flitting around me, aren't you? It seems like you've exhausted yourself. He steadies you. Don't forget you're still recovering. Let's get back to your room to rest. You look back at the library door, but Han seems to pay no attention to your gesture. He guides you towards your bedroom, and you're too weak to resist. Han guides you to the bed, his gesture firm but gentle.
How are you feeling, darling?
I feel dizzy, and the headache is making it hard to breathe.
That's the sign to take your medicine. Here.
Han reaches for the bowl of medicine from the desk. Its herbal smoke dissipates into the room's air. You stare at the bowl, your chest uneasy, not just from headache, but from the fact that you have to take this medicine again. Can I ask what's in this medicine? We'll do this option after.
What do you mean? It's the medicine for your headache.
But you never told me what ingredients were in it. Though we're husband and wife, there are certain recipes I need to keep for myself, aren't there? No? Han winks at you playfully, but it comes across as if he's trying to hide something. You frown. Not when it comes to the medicine your wife is taking.
I was just teasing. Of course I can tell you what's in it. But after you take it, I don't want my darling to be in pain.
Listen here, you liar. You almost flush at him calling you darling. You notice him using that word a couple of times. But only now do you have the capacity to process it, given how close you two are sitting. Okay, you promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Han brings up a spoon of medicine to feed you and you accept with your lips. The medicinal liquid quickly flows through you, easing the ache you had in your upper body. Your shoulders relax and your breath becomes even. Good girl. Good girl. Shame that that line is not voiced. Han smiles nonchalantly while putting the bowl down on the desk. The medicine is made from sighing willow, night blossom, stardust berries, and ember root, all ingredients chosen by your family doctor. Sighing willow, night blossom, stardust berries, and ember root. How come I know none of these ingredients? As if recognizing your confused expression, Han says, these are all exotic ingredients from the western region. Their names might sound strange, but what's important is He reaches out to brush the fallen strand of hair out of your face, tilting his head. It works wonderfully, don't you think? Unsure if it's the gesture that he made, or because of how close you two are, and how flawless his complexion is in the waning light casting through the window. And he is right. As long as the medicine works, Han's eyes linger on you with a thoughtful, caring expression. You don't have to worry too much about the logistics and things because you have me. I made a promise to your parents, to you, to myself, that I would take care of you so you don't even have to touch the smallest chore in this household. Speaking of which, would you allow me to wash your hair tonight? Wash my hair? Yes, you used to love me washing your hair. You always said that your hair is long and you hate doing it yourself, and I always offer to help. Maybe me doing it will help you recover your memory. Realizing he has a point, you have no response but to nod. Shall we? Han offers you a hand. Realizing your slightly confused look, he smiles.
You don't expect me to wash your hair in the bedroom, do you? The bedroom is for other things, you know?
Like bang-a-langin'? He winks at you. Your cheeks feel like someone is hovering torches over them. You clumsily reach out to his hand and he helps you get out of the bed. Wait here. Han quickly fills up the bathtub with buckets of water. The air in the bathroom gently distorts from the hot steam. The water is ready. You can get in now. You're in a daze until Han's voice called out to you. Oh, okay. You look down at your clothing, realizing that taking a bath means you have to remove your clothes. Your hands clumsily untie the belt. Your throat knots as if you're swallowing clay. Han steps towards you and halts in front of you. He looks from above. The shadow from the night covers half of his face, but you can still see his smirk.
Do you want me to help?
Really? Help me? The word slips out before you can stop it, barely a whisper. Your ears burn at his question. What do you mean by help? You try to sound firm, but your voice trembles. Han doesn't answer right away. He just takes a single step forward, slow and deliberate. His gaze drops to your coat, lingering just long enough to make your breath hitch, and then he looks up and smirks. That familiar, loving, yet unreadable smirk.
I'm your husband, and you're still recovering. It'd be natural if I help you.
Every nerve in your body lights up. You can still feel the heat crawling from your ears to your neck, up your cheeks, down your spine. It's unbearable. And yet, you don't move. His fingers twitch at his side. Your throat tightens. He steps closer. This is the end of the demo. No! At least we got the second continuation though, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, what if we choose I can do it myself? Your mind insists this is something you should do on your own, even if he is your husband. It seems like your heart doesn't agree. It pounds fast and loud, and your ears are hot. When is he gonna pound me fast and loud? Han hasn't moved his darkened eyes from you. His smile lingers lazy, as if your embarrassment is amusing him. Then he steps closer. Close enough that you can feel his breath on your skin. And with that familiar honey drip voice, he tilts his head and asks,
Are you sure, darling? You're still not well.
You just really want to strip me, don't you? Nuh-uh, nothing you say can fool me.
Shouldn't I take care of you?
Hey? Yeah, okay, by all means. Folds. Folds like an origami swan. Your voice catches. He raises his hand. Okay, well, that was cute. We have 3 more bad endings to find. Okay, we're back to this branch where you end up in his studio if you go to the living room, but this time we're going to the garden. You follow the mysterious muddy footprints. Walking carefully with a small lantern in your hand, you can only see one step ahead. Such a big mansion. You take in the surroundings. Though visually unfamiliar, it feels like your body still remembers the place, as though you lived here for a long time. It's a strange feeling that you can't quite explain. The trail of footprints stops at the edge of the door leading outside. Occasional crickets are the only sounds echoing in the background until you hear someone is here. You cautiously peek from behind a big bush. A figure. A young man kneeling on the ground beside a tree, repeatedly bowing. Incense sticks with glowing tips in his hands. You're under the impression that Han was the only living person in the Lotus Pavilion. Is he praying to the tree? Though you don't want to disrupt his prayers, your curiosity burns and you call out, Hey, excuse me. Upon seeing you, the young man startles. Even under the faint moonlight, you can see his eyes widening and his lips trembling. He suddenly starts running, hands still holding the burning incense sticks. Wait! You chase after him to a hallway until he's cornered. Please calm down. I just want to talk. He still avoids your gaze, his entire body rigid with tension. His lips are trembling. Sorry, I don't want to be rude. I just woke up and I don't remember anything. Can I ask you a few questions? He looks around frantically, breathing hard, chest heaving. You instinctively raise your hands to calm him. Please, just calm down. In a panic, he jerks and drops the incense sticks and they fall on you. Fire quickly catches onto your sleeve. A small dot on your sleeve at first, but it feeds on the fabric, flaring to life. Heat surges upward as orange and gold ribbons twist and claw up the arm, devouring the silk. Help! But the man, still with a panicked expression on his face, starts to run away. Wait! Please help me! But the man ignores you. You try to take off your clothes, but the fire is so fast, it is already caught on your hair, your skin, and devours you, savors you in its cruel way. Han! Please save me! Your scream of pain pierces into the still night, but it's too late. Your nostrils fill with the smell of your own burned flesh, while your consciousness dims as the pain continues. Scorching and unbearable. Oh man. God, burning alive is the worst death, I think. Fired and longing cooled in silence, this love could not hold its form. Burn Petals ending. I genuinely feel like I'm like some kind of like reanimated clay doll. Okay, 2 more endings to go. We are back at the start where we first get to ask him about the choices. Asking about us branches us to the main route in the demo. I want to ask about the handwriting this time. The writing on the desk, there's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? Han's face remains calm. Too calm. His soft smile still blooms gently like it always does, unchanging and serene. And for the first time it makes your skin crawl. That smile. Why does it feel so out of place now? The headache presses deeper like a vice tightening against your skull. It makes it harder to think, harder to stay grounded. They were written by someone left-handed, but look at me. I'm right-handed. You lift your hand instinctively, almost as if to prove it to yourself. The pen felt natural in your right hand. You were left-handed before the accident. Perhaps the damage caused... That's not true! You snap, cutting him off before he can finish. You don't realize how loud your voice has gotten. The words just burst out, raw and sharp. No accident can change someone's natural writing habit. Not like that. Not something so deeply ingrained. You rise from your seat. Your movement sudden. Your breathing shallow. You can feel your heartbeat thudding in your ears. I don't know why you're lying to me, but I don't feel okay here. I'm going outside. Wait. Please calm down. You need to take your medicine first. No, I won't. You don't even hesitate this time. Your arm lashes out and knocks the bowl from his hands. It crashes to the floor with a sound that seems to echo too long. Ceramic shatters into countless shards, and the dark liquid spills out in slow, deliberate rivulets that cross the wooden platform, seeping into the grain like something rotten. Han doesn't move. He only stares at the mess, then at you. His voice trembles. Please, you need to take your medicine. He sounds desperate, but it only makes you more uneasy. A part of you still wants to trust him, but another part buried deep in trembling is screaming to run. I need to get out of here. You clutch the edge of the doorway for support. The world feels off balance, like the room itself is subtly tilting. But you grit your teeth and push past him, determined to reach the door. But just as your foot crushes the threshold, a bolt of pain explodes through your skull. Your knees buckle. You hit the floor hard, the breath knocked out of your lungs. Your limbs twist uselessly beneath you, spasms overtaking your body. You can't breathe, you can't think. All you can do is gasp. Your chest convulsing as though your body is trying to remember how to live. Your vision blurs. The room spins. And through the haze, you see them. The shattered pieces of the bowl scattered like chrysanthemum petals on the floor. Above them, Han stands motionless. You need to take your medicine. His eyes glossy and tears stream down his face, but he doesn't come closer. You see the agony carved into his delicate features, and then everything goes dark. You fade into the void of oblivion. Well, what was once shaped with care now lies scattered, too broken to mend. Game over. Cracked vow ending unlocked. Yay, that means we just got one more then. Alright, we're back here. This is the initial garden date that you have with him, where after you discovered the clay on your arm, last time we went to wash it off. This time we're going to keep it and not wash it off and see what happens. Should you go to wash it off or continue to walk around? Nah, we'll just go straight to the living room. Still bothered by the door you saw, you let your feet wander inside the mansion until you find the living room. Here, a foyer connects the spaces with neatly arranged decorations. You stand, carefully observing the surroundings. A bucket of muddy water on the desk. How strange. On the wall, beautiful scrolls made with expensive-looking silk cover the wall. Scenery and flower motifs painted on them. You notice a signature at the bottom corner of each. Your name. Did I make these paintings? They're beautiful, yet something doesn't feel right. The signatures, the poems written on them are neat, and even, definitely, of someone who is right-handed. That's a stark contrast to the writing I saw in my diary yesterday. That's because he faked your diary entry. You look down to your hands again. You're definitely right-handed, which means that you might actually be the creator of these paintings. While you're bothered by that thought, a pain erupts from inside your skull. You instinctively place your palm on your temple. The throbbing pain and dizziness threaten to drown you, and you lose balance, bracing yourself for the fall. Strong arms catch you just before you hit the ground. Darling, are you okay? Han, where did he come from? Your headache. It's time to drink your medicine. Stop making me drink! He lets go of you gently and retrieves a small porcelain bowl from the nearby stone table. The dark herbal liquid swells slowly inside. Here, take this before your fever gets worse. Looking at the medicine, questions swell in your mind again. Okay, I think asking about like anything other than the handwriting is gonna net you. I don't understand what you're talking about. But we'll go through all of them just in case. Parents, Merchant Lee. Okay, still getting I don't understand what you're talking about. Even when you ask about the numbers, yeah, same. Medicine, the doll. I almost wish there was a response for the doll. I feel like that would be really cool. Nothing for servant either. Right, handwriting it is then. The writing on the desk. There's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? Han's face remains calm, too calm. His soft smile still blooms gently like it always does, unchanging and serene. The headache presses deeper like a vice tightening against your skull. It makes it harder to think, harder to stay grounded. They were written by someone left-handed. But I see my paintings on the wall. I'm right-handed. You lift your hand instinctively, almost as if to prove yourself. You were left-handed before the accident. Perhaps the damage caused... That's not true! You snap, cutting him off before he can finish. You don't even realize how loud your voice has gotten. The words just burst out, raw and sharp. No accident can change someone's writing habit. Not like that. Not something so deeply ingrained. Han worriedly looks at you. Please take the medicine first and then we can talk. But your body aches. Your head is pounding. Your throat burns raw with every breath. The pit in your stomach grows heavier, not just from illness, but something deeper. A creeping dread. No, I won't take it. I don't trust you. With what little strength you have, you swing your arm out and knock the bowl from his hands. It crashes to the ground with a sharp crack. The medicine splashes out in a dark puddle across the stone. He flinches, frozen in place, staring at the shattered porcelain. Then, oh, goodbye, Yinny. A sharp, blinding pain erupts in your throat as if it has swollen shut all at once. You gasp, but no air comes. Your eyes widen in panic as you claw weakly at your neck. The world blurs and your knees buckle beneath you. I think this is very similar to the other ending that we have. Han catches you before you hit the stone, but your limbs are already limp. Your head lolls against his chest, eyes staring blankly past him. But there's no voice acting in this one this time. He lowers you to the ground, his hands trembling as he cradles your face. Your lips move slightly, trying to form words, but your throat is completely closed. All that comes out is a faint wet rasp. Your vision is fading fast now, dark at the edges. Yinny, no, please don't do this. His voice breaks into a sob. He presses his forehead against yours, shaking. You're supposed to be safe here. You were supposed to let me protect you. He pulls you into his arms, rocking you back and forth on the cold stone floor. His tears falling fast and silent onto your lifeless body. Around him, the medicine spreads in a dark, quiet stain. No gold can fill these cracks. No love can undo this fate. Game over. Wilted Bride ending unlocked. So it's different from the other ending though. Maybe because we got in a different place. But, yeah, so we got 6 bad endings. Which are all of these. And then we have the 2 continuations. So yeah, that's all the endings in the demo done. And that was Broken Fate. I hope you guys liked that as much as I did. I always love games that revolve around like a Yandere spouse and like deception and everything. I feel like it's always such a delicious like setup that can go in so many ways. For this one, I'm very, very intrigued as to what happens. Like, why is he so against us going into his studio? What were we supposed to have seen there? Why is An so afraid of Han and to talk to us? Why is there a little clay doll running around? My current hypothesis is that we have died and he has remade us into clay and has done something so he can control us. Because why is there like clay on our arms and everything? Also, like the clay footprints on the ground as well. Is An also like one of his creations? It's very, very interesting and I can't wait to see where this goes. Also, just to shout out, the team currently is gearing up to get ready for a Kickstarter, which you can actually access if you click the link in the game right here on the main menu, but I also have it down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. This will help them add more art, full voice acting, and also localization as well. But regardless, I think Han is a very interesting character. I haven't seen too much as to what actually drives him to have done what he's done, but I genuinely can't wait to find out more in the full game. But I definitely think he's like suspicious. He's not as good as like hiding himself as he thinks he is. He like lets his mask slip quite a bit. Also the whole thing with the studio, like as much as he tries to like rationalize it to you, even to like a normal person, it sounds really weird, right? Like, why can't I go into this room? Like, why are you not letting me into this space when this is apparently like my house? but I can't deny that he's very, very pretty, and I hope that there is some sort of like happy ending that we might be able to go for. Anyways, I'm just interested to see how it all plays out. But thank you so much for experiencing the story with me. I hope you guys had a good time, and if you did enjoy yourself, please leave a like and subscribe so you miss out on the next video. And also, if you feel like supporting the channel, my Patreon is linked in the description box below. Subscribing gives you access to exclusive playthroughs, uncut reactions to spicy scenes, spicy art that I draw, and also little sneak peeks of games that I'm currently making. But thank you so much as always, and until the next fictional man, take care.